What it do, what it do, what it do, who? What's up, y'all? This is Eden the Hero. Welcome to Humble Good Times. If you're tuning in, this is Journeying Through Adversity. So, last week, I definitely gave y'all some news of me actually losing my job due to my injury and the doctor not being able to give a specific time on when my hand will be able to carry 50 plus pounds. So it is what it is. I've grieved in a way. I've been grieving for a while in a sense where I wasn't able to work, period. Now I'm just at a point where I'm like, it's really not a loss. I'm okay. Actually feel a bit of relief because I felt it coming and my intuition was right. So spent my first week kind of just letting a little bit more go, in a sense where I'm just like, let me take it as it for whatever it is. I didn't feel the pressures of I gotta find a job. I'm actually just at a point where I'm like, okay, now I can really look for a job without feeling like I'm doing anything behind anybody's back. Even though, we're all allowed to do whatever is best for our own interests when it comes to employment. So I was never doing nothing wrong. It was just more of a sense of just giving myself that freedom of take it easy. You don't have to do everything this week. Just take it easy. It is what it is. You've been making it through, thankfully to God. And so that's kind of what I did. I hit the library probably like twice this past week. I finished up my training of advancing in supply chain and logistics management. And that was actually good. I learned a lot, and I look forward to being able to actually put it to practice and use all the information. Done reading. I've been watching a lot of news, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And I, signed up for things that are rightfully available to me at this point now that I don't have a job. So I applied for SNAP benefits because I'm trying to take advantage of all the benefits, all the advantages of being unemployed right now. I applied for unemployment again, and it's crazy because I was so pissed off that the unemployment I originally applied for, I never got an answer for it, and it was still an open case, if you want to call it that. And I was told by one of the representatives for unemployment that I would have to reapply because my status changed and I wasn't going to be able to be eligible for anything prior to the time I'm applying for. Hopefully she's wrong, but I don't know. She probably knows what she's talking about because she works there. But I'm definitely eligible for unemployment, and so I applied for that. I have to go to some orientation that they be having. This ain't my first time applying for it. As you know, I was laid off almost 2 years ago, so this will be my second time applying for it, and technically my third time. But at any rate, I'll definitely be eligible to collect that. And I've been approved for SNAP benefits. This is a win. I love free food. I hate paying for food, to be honest with you. I despise paying for food. And I was telling my sister, and I've been in my mind and just thinking about this being the 39th year of my life going through all of this right now, and about to turn 40 less than less than 3 months. Yeah, it's crazy to think. Crazy to think. But shit can still change and get better, and like that with God. Like I have so much faith that things are definitely going to get better for me. Things are going to change for the better for me. Everything. I'm just leaving myself open to the possibilities and whatever that may be as far as endeavors. And I don't know, this might not be a long video, but it's just the thought of like age 40. Let's talk about just the fact that, I'm about to hit 40 years of living. And to be honest with you, I didn't know if I would ever make it to 40. I pray I still do. But just all the things that I've been through over the years that could have taken me out way sooner than, hell, 39. Or even 30. Hell, even age of 5. Like I've been through so many near-death experiences. It's crazy to me. And just thinking over all of that and knowing like this is where I'm at 39. It is not the worst place to be in. I'm thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. I was able to pay my rent yesterday. I was able to grab food. I'm able to breathe. I'm able to walk, talk. I don't take nothing for granted. I don't. And just knowing like, although this is where I'm at 39, 40 can be my best year of my life, or my 40s can be the best decade of my life, and it's still all worth it. All of this is worth going through to see what God has in store for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my first week. I'm just like, process, take in, understand. This is not the end of the world, Let's talk about the state of our country right now, because that's been consuming a lot of my time during the week. Like I would say yesterday and today, I really toned down on taking in so much information from the administration and everything going on in Washington. It's a lot. That's a lot. But one thing I am seeing is the fact that it is kind of uniting us as a people, as a working class, as non-elitists. We're able to come together in a way that's, we know right is right and wrong is wrong. Not all of us. No, I'm not going to say all of us, but a lot of us are in support of everyone going against Trump. Especially outside of our country, the world is watching us go through this craziness. But the beautiful part of it, the world is rooting for us, the people, not the fucking president. Fuck him and his administration. But they're rooting for our country as a people to stand up for ourselves. And it's just crazy that we have to stand against our own government. who, over the years with the other presidents, we might not agree with them 100% of what they believe or what their policies are, but there was always this comfort in knowing that we got to do what's right. We got to do what's best for the American people, the working class. Not to leave out the elites, but the government is really for control of the people and to hold people accountable, to give people opportunities. Like we're as a society in America, we're spoiled and snobbish and stuck up in a lot of ways because of our pride in our country before the new regime took office. A lot of us have been feeling very embarrassed by the bullshit going on in Washington. It's just like a bunch of spoiled ass rich kids, nepo babies running our country, using it as if it's their own personal gain. Only looking at one side of things, not looking at what's best for everyone. But our fucking president is just disgusting. I'm sorry. And the sad part is this motherfucker is a Gemini. Now, me being a Gemini, we should not run the country. We definitely should not be running the country. Because I'll be honest with you, I am someone who, I would say at one point, I was a very selfish person. It was always about me. It's done. It doesn't work for me. I'm not gonna say it all the time because I'm a very selfless person at the same time. This is why Gemini should not be running the world, because there's a part of us that's selfless, and then there's a bigger part of us that's selfish. And we want what we want. We want what we want when we want it. That's just a fact. You see, okay, here's a perfect example. You see, Trump, Kanye, and Kendrick. Three Geminis. They're all born in June. I'm a May Gemini. So you got me, Lauryn Hill, Andre 3000, Lenny Kravitz. The very peace, love, and chill. We're not trying to be all up in everywhere, but we all have a message. We got something to carry out that we gotta, conquer. Where, yay, Trump, Kendrick to an extent, but not really. There was just this outwardness of having to kill and dominate, and that's just not healthy. Like, there's something to prove on their part, which it's so personal. Like, Trump, everything's so personal for him. Like, the loyalty gotta be there. If the loyalty ain't there, you're fired. With Kanye, his loyalty is big for him too. But he's been acting a fucking ass where I'm just like, I've unsubscribed to this bullshit. I'm not supporting that shit. The swastikas that he's been wearing, the calling himself a Nazi. Like, bro, you don't consider the fact that your fucking kids are black in America. Whether you can take them outside this country or not, people are still watching you and looking up to you. And your children are basically gonna end up a casualty in all this bullshit. It's just like, calm the fuck down, bro. Work on you, do you, but cut the Nazi shit. That shit is not cool. I don't fucking stand for that shit. I don't support it. I'm disgusted with his behavior. Kendrick, on the other hand, salute to you, brother. Because you came out, you did your thing, you killed, you conquered, and then you go back to your place of peace. And I ain't mad at that. It's just like, I don't feel secure in this country. There's so much rights they want to strip us of. Like every morning I'm checking my email. There's a ton of emails asking for support of some type of fucking cause, trying to fight for our rights. And it's like, I ain't got the money to support all these causes. I pitched in $5 for one of the senates here in Georgia because I don't want the other bitch to win. The bleach blonde, bad built butch body. I can't even say it all, but there's 6 B's that Jasmine Crockett used for that woman. She don't need to be in the Senate. She don't need to be a part of Congress. It's disgusting the way she talks, telling federal workers they don't deserve the money that they make and their jobs aren't real. Like, the fucking audacity of this bitch. Like, the audacity, bro. The audacity. And you're a federal fucking worker. I'm just so, like, I don't have a problem with white people, but I do have a problem with white supremacy. These people that happen to be white running our country as if it's theirs to claim. You're not the only people that have been born here. Y'all didn't even build this motherfucker. And you're sitting here trying to claim something that ain't yours, as if it was passed down to you to collect this country. Elon, I want to say something, and I pray that no one takes this the wrong way. But this man that has Asperger's syndrome or disorder, however you say it, that's got so much power and has the nerve to cut all these things that are wasteful, fraudulent, or corrupt. And yet, you're cutting Medicare, Medicaid, SNAP benefits, education, everything that makes this a country, not just this country, but any country, thrive and prosper for the people that need to work to keep it moving. You're getting rid of people's positions that help make this place run a bit smoother. It's like, with that condition, that disorder, there's a lack of empathy and a lack of emotional intelligence. The man is obsessed with getting to Mars. All the money that they're cutting is going to be invested into him trying to get to Mars, where this planet needs more saving than us retreating to a fucking other planet. I don't even agree with leaving Earth. But there's so much here to make better and do better with. And they're trying to scrap our country to go to Mars. Trump is talking about Trump Gaza sounds so ignorant and stupid. Like, I just don't understand how the Supreme Court has not stopped this shit yet. Like, we're pretty much in a space to be threatened. And Trump has been nothing but a threat to the world, not just to our country, but to the world. The conversation he had with Zelensky, him and bitch ass Vance, I'm so disgusted. Zelensky held his own. I'm so proud of him just not folding in front of these dudes. Like, dudes that never seen war, only on TV, only online, but then going to sit here and try to talk to someone as if they know what he's living, what he has to go home to, how he has to answer to his people about being invaded. And then they're trying to gaslight him by saying you should be thankful. I'm like, mother, hold the fuck up. No, we're not gonna bully. We're not gonna let you bully other countries as if they're the problem. I'm so conflicted with this administration where I have really bad thoughts. I'm sure a lot of us do, but like my thoughts, have to pray about them because they're not good. They're not what we should be thinking about. We shouldn't have to fight every freaking day of something that's being threatened to be taken away. Thankfully, there has been a lot of halts to his stupid ass executive orders that really don't have shit to do with anything. Price of everything's still the fuck up. He's not putting anything of worth into executive orders. This Project 2025 was the bullshit that people didn't take seriously. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, cause let me just, if we're gonna talk about this, we're gonna talk about it. So when I went to go vote, I was so conflicted on who to vote for because I didn't want to believe 2025, and he was in denial of even knowing about it and all this other shit. And I wasn't sure about Kamala either because of how last minute she had to be thrown into the campaign and having a campaign about running for president. And so it's not that I disqualified her skills or anything. I just didn't know how strong of a leader she would be because of just being thrown into that. You know, the vice president, you don't get to really see what they do, and they might show up and speak at certain events, but you're not getting a real view of what does the vice president do. So I was just very unsure, on the fence at first about it, but I was like, that 2025 I'm definitely not down for. So therefore I'm just gonna vote for Kamala and pray on it that I made the right decision. Boy, oh my god, I am so thankful that I did vote for her. I watched some of the clips of her debate with him, and she fucking smoked him. I wish I would have watched it sooner. But I think the problem I had with Kamala was the type of entertainers she brought out to her events. Like, I'm sorry, but Meg Thee Stallion, I'm not bringing to an event where I want to be taken serious as a leader. I respect Megan Thee Stallion as an entertainer. You know, she's a smart girl. I don't doubt, that about her. But twerking at a campaign, it doesn't read like serious. Like, I don't think that read serious. And I'm not saying that Trump's little itty bitty campaigns shit run and his entertainers that were behind him, I really didn't support either one. But I was just very conflicted on who to vote for because I knew Trump, anybody's better than Trump. Nigga don't have no kind of experience. Like, he has no empathy, no compassion for our people, for our country. He's opening up America to basically sell it. All this shit about immigration, but then you want people to pay $5 million to come into it. This is just crazy, bro. It's just so crazy. We're gaslighted as a country as if he's doing so much good. Like, Fox News is sipping the Kool-Aid hard. Like, that Kool-Aid is strong. Because every other news outlet is basically saying Trump is awful. This is awful. The way he carries himself is awful. Elon is awful. Vance is awful. Y'all need to be protesting, getting out there, calling your your senators, governors, all that shit. Like, only Fox News is sipping that Kool-Aid, trying to control who goes to the the White House to be able to cover the news outlets that can go there, the media outlets or whatever. I've been watching and following a lot of the independent news. Midas Touch is one of them. I started watching Native Land podcasts, and then I've been finding some other ones. But those ones have been really breaking stuff down for me to understand, because I've never really understood politics and government and all of that before this year. I've learned so much about our government, politics, state versus nation, all that shit. And I'm glad that I did, because now I have a better understanding going in when I go to vote and all that stuff, because I was, over the years, I've been voting blindly. There was times where I didn't vote, and I just didn't want to. I felt like it was just I didn't trust either party, and I don't want to have to feel like I'm forced to do something. So I ended up just not voting at times. But this time, I'm glad I put my vote in, because it just was ugly. The first round of Trump back in 2016, 2017, somewhere around there, I felt so much more tension, because people were so scared to talk about them voting for Trump. Like, there was so much of these Trump voters before it was called MAGA voters. And now MAGA has become a whole new party of its own. Like, they call them MAGA Republicans, MAGA conservatives. It's just a fucking mess, bro. I just don't subscribe to the madness. I'm going to continue to stay up to date with everything, and where there's opportunity to actually join in and protest, I want to be there. So, if you know anything about any protests coming up, we just had the economic blackout yesterday, and to be honest with you, I have not been shopping like that anyway, so it was nothing for me. Only thing I've been doing is grocery shopping and getting my necessities, but outside of that, I don't even shop at Walmart like that. I've been shopping at Ollie's and Aldi's. That's been my two, and CVS. Those are my three stores that I shop at. So yeah. But this has been a humble good time. I am Eating the Hero. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace. Journeys. The journey within is one I've had more pleasure in. The challenge, the triumphs, the hardships, the late night mental trips, the time traveling, I all get caught up in. But my presence has been one that's reclusive, other bodies a nuisance. If there's no progress, I just feel though they are useless, which led me to Jesus. My annoyance of others could be my cover, protection from lovers. I position myself to be conducive to my faith, holding space to not judge, finding more ways to relate. I've always been separated, and even now adversity has contributed to my case. Having time and energy where money is somehow being replaced. I've always championed the little things. All the luxuries couldn't equate to a life of freedom that could never dissipate.